So, here I am up in the quad trail. I'm so out of breath. There's still about a good 10 inches of snow. And look at this. Quad trail's completely untouched. Today's nice and warm, so. So out of breath though. Alright, so I'm about halfway there. It's one of the hardest hikes in my life. Walking through, you have to, like, you're marching with the heaviest pack I've ever carried. Right now it's 45 pounds because I'm carrying the tarp and a lot of stuff you'll see in a few. But just taking a little pit stop, enjoying the sunshine. It is crazy warm. Like, not even saying that because I'm walking and I'm working up like a crazy sweat. But no, it's like actually just super warm. I have my jacket off, tied off onto my back right there. So yeah, halfway there. Look at that. Fog lifting off the mountains. And then there's the other range all the way out there. The fog lifting up. I wanted to show you this. Right there. Right there. There's some fox prints. There are tracks everywhere here. There's my tracks, but there's tracks lining the place. Like right there. Over to that little pool there. There are tracks everywhere. These are the first fox tracks I found. Can't wait to see what kind of tracks are at the camp though. So, that's a lot of tracks. I'm seeing all kinds of things. Fox, deer, rabbits. There's a lot of tracks in camp. And looks like the pond was snowed over. There's a fox stump right there. And yeah, my shoulders hurt like hell because I just carried all that weight up the mountain and half a mile. So I'm gonna go set up the hammock first. Comes in this little pack, and then I'll get back to you. Oh, this is me. Just camping out on the hammock. Gotta rest my back for a little bit, and then I'll get up and start shoveling. So this is where I am. There's a little hook set, and I'm just in between that tree and the tree I always put my bag on. And it took about 2 minutes to set up. This thing's great. Well, there's a lot of work here to do today, but I can't do crap if there's still a foot of snow around. So, shoveling montage now. So it wasn't until I watched back that hyperlapse that I realized that the tag for my overalls is still on my ass. But got that off, and now I wanted to show you this. So I dug it out. Look at that, perfectly dry. Looks like a freaking bunker I found out here. It was completely buried. Like only that part and that part were sticking out of the snow. But yep, sled did its job. There's a perfectly dry chair and wood in there if I wanted to have a fire. And there's also the camping stuff, cooking stuff in there if I wanted it. But yeah, anyway, let's get over to the camp here. I didn't shovel everything, that would take hours. That hyperspeed is on 64 times, so just get a good feel. That took about, I don't know, like 10 minutes or so. Here's the campfire. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, I'm not a precision shoveler. There's the rock wall. There's my little seat. And yeah, I dug out the fireplace so I could have a little fire if I wanted to, which I think I might, because it's getting a little windy. It's windy, so. And it looks like the sun's going away for now, so I don't know. We're gonna see what to do next. So, here's my idea. Obviously the tarp's not long enough to reach all these trees, they're too far apart, and my main goal is to have it over the fireplace so that the fireplace doesn't get covered in snow or rain, and I'll have a safe place to put a chair, and walk and everything. So this is my first tree. This will be one of the corners, one of the 4 corners. And I'm gonna have a paracord extending to however far I need it to connect to the next piece. And I'm gonna do that to a few trees. I need to figure out which ones I want, and then I'll cover the area. So yeah, I will see you in a second once I have that tarp spread out. Look at this. Got my little campfire here and a roof over my head. That only took long enough. That took about half an hour to set up, actually. Just finding the right tree and trial and error. I got most of it on hyperlapse and then I cut it because I didn't like the height of it. I still kind of don't like the height of it. I'm 6'4", and it's kind of hard to get a tarp up high enough so I'm not just scraping my head against it, but it's pretty good. It's not loose right now, and I'll fix it more in the future, definitely. But for now that definitely works. Now I have a new thing on my agenda, but first I think I want to start a fire. So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna cheat, definitely, because I don't know if you could tell, but there's a lot of snow around, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult to find dry shit. So yeah, I'm gonna start a fire. All right, time to make this fire. So I got one of the Duraflame cubes here. So that will hopefully light this little stuff up. And then once this gets this little stuff that I've split up out of my log pile, then I'll start putting on some bigger pieces. And I have it over these big logs because the ground's super wet. And I don't want it getting, I want the fire to get hot. So I have it over some big logs that it won't necessarily burn for a long time. So it's definitely catching. So that's good. I just have to decide when to put on, when it looks hot enough to put some bigger stuff on. So I wanted to show you this. Here is my little fire up and going. This is what you would call a shitty log cabin fire. I just have it. Right, so I put up the truck hammer while that was running, and I just let that run for a few minutes, and yeah, it's kind of cool to see the snow didn't really melt much, but you could see the wood kind of sink and deteriorate. And so now I'm gonna work on making a little blind to keep more stuff here while I'm gone. Now, of course, I've talked about before how there's always that threat of quatters coming in, and not squatters, quatters. What's the difference? They might come in, they might see something down here, come in and, you know, take stuff or destroy stuff, and I don't want that. So right now pretty much all my valuables are kept in a gray tarp. It's not really reflective, it's not super reflective, and you can see it from up there. It's kind of hard, but you can see it up there. And that's not good enough. So I have this to put over that, or something better, something along those lines to enhance it. So it's very much time I made one of these. I'm making a tripod. So now would you look at that? Ain't that something? That's really getting somewhere. I've never actually made one of these before, so that's pretty damn tight. And of course, that needs to be cut a little bit, but this is the loop where I'll have my pot hang. I'll go get the pot now and see how that works out. And yeah, let's see. All right, so I got that done, and it is getting windy as hell. It is still 40 degrees out, but it is, oh, the wind chill has a real feel of 28, and I don't feel like putting a coat on. So I think I've pretty much done everything I need to do today. The next video won't be out for a while because there's another snowstorm coming in 2 days. And I'm not coming back up until the snow is less than 6 inches deep. So I got a lot of progress done today. I upgraded the wood storage and made it camouflaged. I built a tripod over the fireplace, and I, most important, put up the tarp over the camp. And I am gonna keep the clips here and keep the tarp here. Look at all that creaking wood. All right, well, let's not waste any more time. I'll see you next time.